Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it, and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So, with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. We're going to get the overall energy for this connection first, and we'll start pulling some tarot. What's the overall energy for this connection? Okay, so far so good. We do have true love. This is romance of a lifetime. Actually, we have two here. Then we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. I like this. This feels like a really good opportunity that's presenting itself to you, Aquarius, in love. I also like the keep an open mind card, because that's telling me that you're about to meet somebody. And mind you, this could be somebody that you're currently dealing with, by the way, but you're either about to meet somebody who's very different from everybody that you're accustomed to dealing with in a good way, or you're already dealing with them. All right, let's see what's going on. We're going to focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. Okay. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Nine of Cups. And then we also have the Empress. Yeah, I see a really good opportunity presenting itself to you. This opportunity is something that's going to bring a lot of abundance and stability and happiness and joy and emotional satisfaction into your life, as well as growth and expansion. Let's look at this Ace of Pentacles a little bit more. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, it's like you've been waiting for an opportunity like this to present itself to you for quite some time now, and it looks like it's finally here, and you're just over the moon happy and excited because of it. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, it could definitely represent you starting a brand new job. It could represent you starting that business you've always wanted to start. It could also represent a promotion. It could also represent a relationship showing up here for you, because the Ace of Pentacles is attached to Ten of Pentacles, which does speak of a long-term committed relationship between two people full of abundance and stability, all that good stuff. So however it resonates with you in your particular situation, but you've been waiting for an opportunity like this to show up in your life for quite some time now. You've been waiting, you've been waiting, you've been waiting. And it kind of looks like the wait is finally over. All right, cool. I like it. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. We got the Eight of Swords. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Cups. Okay. In regards to how they're currently viewing this relationship with you, I just got they're drowning. They're drowning, they're drowning, they're drowning, they're drowning. And they're kind of looking at you as somebody who basically refuses to help them. Okay, whoever this individual is, they do come off to me as somebody who is slightly codependent off of you. This could definitely represent like a family member of yours. It could also even represent like a family friend. I'm also getting that, a family friend. Or this could definitely represent somebody that you're romantically involved with or share a home with. But there's somebody within your energy field, regardless of your relationship to this person, because it could be a family member, it could be a family friend, it could be a romantic interest. It's definitely someone that you share a home with, though. I am getting that you share a home with this person, or once upon a time you shared a home with them. But I feel like this person is drowning. They're drowning. And it's as if they expect you to come in and rescue them and or save them. And the fact that you refuse to come in and rescue them and or save them has them, you know, thinking, believing, and feeling like you don't really love them and or care about them. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on. We have the Three of Cups. We got the Tower. We have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Moon. With the Three of Cups coming out here, I feel like this has a lot to do with you. You know, the Three of Cups can definitely represent celebration. I feel like you're celebrating something, or you're extremely over the moon, excited and happy about something. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this Ace of Pentacles energy. You either recently received a promotion, you probably started a brand new job, you probably started that business you've always wanted to start, Aquarius. Or you finally got that dream job you've always wanted. I'm just getting that this Ace of Pentacles has a lot to do with something that you've been waiting for, something that's going to bring a lot of emotional satisfaction to your life, something that's also going to bring a lot of growth and expansion into your life. So whatever this thing is, it's something that you deserve. It's something that you deserve. And I see you extremely happy and over the moon because of it, right? But I just kind of see this person looking at you like, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. I can't emphasize this enough. It's like this person expects you to come in and like rescue them. I don't know. Like, I just kind of feel like this person could very well be drowning in debt potentially. You know, maybe this person's struggling, possibly, you know, financially. That's definitely a possibility. I just kind of feel like they're not doing so well. And I want to say that it is revolving around money. They're not doing so well financially. And the fact that this person sees you, you know, getting a raise, getting a promotion, starting that business you've always wanted to start, and whatever the case may be, you know, it's like they're just like, wow, that's crazy. Like, here I am drowning in debt, or here I am struggling, and you can't even help me. You know, that's kind of, you know, how they're looking at you. Like, you can't even help them. Okay, how does this person feel? How does this person feel? We have the Page of Swords to the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Hierophant. You know, I keep getting that this person truly thought that, you know, you loved them and cared about them and had their back. And they're starting to realize that you don't love them, you don't care about them, you definitely don't have their back. Okay. 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 Needless to say, I don't think this person's too happy with you. Okay. Needless to say, I don't think that this person's too happy with you. Okay. How does Aquarius feel? We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Emperor, and then we also have the Five of Swords out here. You know, this new thing that you could very well be starting, Aquarius, could have a lot to do with a relationship. So keep that in mind too, because I was getting that for some of you out there. And if that is the case, you're definitely connecting with somebody that you're very compatible with. I mean, this person brings just as much to the table as you do. So you're dealing with somebody of your caliber. You're dealing with somebody that you mesh very, very well with. But in regards to if this has anything to do with like a relationship, this person that you're connecting with, they do come off to me as somebody who, and I mean, I guess this all really depends on you and what you like, because some people like this, some people don't. But I am definitely getting, I don't know if you know this already about this person or not, but they come off to me as somebody who's very territorial, very territorial. So this person's going to definitely look at you like you're their property, like you belong to them. They don't want anybody looking at you or touching you, type of deal. Yeah, very territorial, very possessive. Yeah, very possessive too. Yeah, very possessive. It's like they don't want anybody freaking looking at you or like even talking to you. I am definitely getting that. They just look at you like you're their property, you know, like you belong to them, you know what I mean? I don't know, you might like that stuff, you may not like that stuff. It depends on you and what you like, you know? Some people don't like this stuff, but some people do, you know? But overall, I mean, this person, you know, like I said, is somebody that you're compatible with. I guess the only downside is it could be, you know, them being possessive and territorial over you. But I don't know. That's like a whatever you like, you know what I mean, type of situation. Because you may like this about them, you may not like that about them. But I just figured I just point it out because it's right here. If this has nothing to do with a relationship, Aquarius, yeah, if this has nothing to do with a relationship, and this has everything to do with you starting that business you've always wanted to start, you know, getting to a particular line of work you've been dying to get into. I feel like when it comes on to this person, you're kind of looking at them like their problems are not your problems. I am definitely getting that, like, their problems are not your problems. It kind of looks like you don't turn around and make this person's, you know, or make your problems, I'm sorry, their problems. So you're not going to sit here and, you know, make their problems your problems when you already have, you know, the problems that you currently have in your life as it is, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically what I'm getting. It doesn't look like you have any sort of intentions of helping this person, but your whole MO is, I don't understand, why should I? I mean, I don't make my problems their problems, so why are they trying to make their problems my problems, you know? Um, this person might go as far as to try to like guilt trip you, like, oh, you know, look, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and you don't care, and things like that. Um, I feel like you're being fair in the sense where you don't make your problems their problems, so therefore they shouldn't be making, you know, their problems your problems. Like, I feel like you're coming from a very fair place. Is basically what I'm getting. It's like you don't feel like you owe this person absolutely anything. You know, it's basically what I'm getting. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands, we got the High Priestess, and then we also have the Six of Cups out here. Okay. All right. In regards to what actions you plan on taking in this person's direction, and or moving forward, it kind of looks like when this person attempts to guilt trip you, it kind of looks like not only is that not going to essentially work, but I do see you sending them to someone. Like, I am getting that. I do see you sending them to someone to help them with their problems instead of, you know, leaning on you or relying on you. Like, I see you sending them to somebody else is basically what I'm getting. Like, well, why don't you go call such and such to help you out? Don't call me. Go call such and such. I am getting that. Okay. What actions will this person take towards, okay, Aquarius are moving forward? So we have the Chariot. We do have the King of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords. You got the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Four of Wands out here. So in regards to what actions this person plans on taking in your direction and are moving forward, listen, I do kind of see them playing it off like, oh, whatever, it's okay, don't worry about it, I got this, don't worry about it, don't worry about me, there's going to come a point in time where this person will eventually resurface back up here for you and apologize to you for whatever it is that they said or whatever it is that they essentially did. And it's stemming from a place of them essentially feeling like they basically need you in their life. Whoever this person is, they're clearly very, very codependent off of you. Now, here's my thing on why I kind of look at this entire situation. And well, as far as like what they're doing in the near future, pointless. Because I do see this person coming back around your way, right? Trying to like butter you up, call you a biscuit, get back into your good graces all over again. But it's stemming from a place of codependency. Because in some way, shape, or form, this person feels like they need you, you know, in their life. They're going to try to butter you up and call you a biscuit. Now, here's my thing with what they're doing here. It doesn't look like you have any sort of intentions of being there for this person. Their problems, as far as you're concerned, are their problems. Your problems are your problems. You don't dump your problems onto them. So you expect them to not do that in return. Now, here's my thing. I think that this person's coming back around your way, trying to butter you up and call you a biscuit, because they essentially think, well, if they get back into your good graces all over again, you'll turn around and be there for them all over again. You'll turn around and show up for them all over again. This is that type of person that expects all these things from a person, but they can't reciprocate it back. Just like they expect you to be there for them when they need you when they need you the most. When you are struggling and going through something, you can't rely on them or depend on them for absolutely anything. There's a possibility that you could have asked this person for help in the past and they didn't show up for you and they weren't there for you. So this is pointless, in my opinion. It's pointless. It is completely and utterly pointless, because they could try to butter you up and call you a biscuit all they want. You're not going to turn around and be there for them or still make their problems your problems. Like, it looks like they're on their own, you know, when it comes down to that, you know, and you're going to see for yourself. You will see for yourself that they will come back around your way, try to butter you up and call you a biscuit, get back into your good graces all over again. with the intent of trying to take from you in some way, shape, or form. You know, they just want to continue, I guess, to like rely on you and depend on you for certain things. And they think the only way to get all of that back from you is to get back into your good graces all over again. But once they, I guess, try to get back into your good graces and they try to make their problems your problems all over again, they're going to be met with the same energy. That's not your problem. That is not your problem. And you're not going to make their problems that it ain't your problem. It's not your problem. They're going to have to figure it out, is basically what I'm getting. They're going to have to figure it out. Okay? Now, when it comes down to this energy, it's starting to kind of all make sense. It kind of looks like once upon a time, you know, you were always there for them. It kind of looks like once upon a time, you know, you were the one that they could rely on, depend on, and lean on. But I think that something happened between the two of you over time that caused you to feel like you can't really rely on them or depend on them, or the relationship between the two of you is very, very one-sided. It's just unfortunate, right? Because I feel like, you know, with you, you are very, very different from everybody else that they've ever dealt with, especially if this is like, you know, a romantic interest. You're very different from, you know, everybody that they've ever dealt with in the past. You know, you were the one that was always there for them and looking out for them, right? And the fact that you started to see that they couldn't reciprocate that back, it had you feeling like you were investing so much of yourself into somebody who's not worthy or deserving of all of that. If that makes sense. And I think that that's when things started to change, I would say, on your end. But it just sucks, because it's like this person's receiving the only blessing, the blessing being you, being the way that you are as a person, very giving, very thoughtful, very generous. And it kind of looks like instead of them appreciating you, you know what I mean? It's like they turned around and looked at you like you were a really good opportunity for them, you know, to be able to take from, and not reciprocate that energy back in return. This is that type of person that's very quick to take and very slow to, well, no. Yeah, they're very, very like quick to take and very slow to like give. You know, at the end of the day, takers always recognize givers, and it kind of looks like that's what's happening here, is that they end up meeting a giver, you know, like yourself, and it was like a golden opportunity, you know what I mean, for this person, because you were so thoughtful and generous and kind and loving, and you always had their back. You know, it's like you were like a wish fulfillment of theirs come true. But I think that over time that started to drastically change when you started to realize that this relationship between the two of you, it is very, very one-sided. It truly is. Instead of them, you know, stepping up to the plate and trying to be there for you because you were there for them, kind of looks like they just couldn't do it, you know, because they rather, you know, stay in this, you know, energy of continuing to be the taker, instead of learning to reciprocate that same old energy back to you in return and show, you know, you how much they are grateful for you and appreciate you. But instead, it kind of looks like they chose to kick their feet up and take from you, thinking that you'll never catch on, thinking that you'll never suspect that they're constantly taking from you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of why you switched up on this person. You know, it just kind of looks like you're going to go from being this person's, you know, wish come true to not being, you know, their wish come true, because they're not going to be able to take from you anymore, because you're putting an end to that. And I think that that's going to rock their world, to be honest. So yeah, that's what I have for you though. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.